Hey family, I'm SNwadiei. I'm Hibiscus. I'm back from the beach and shopping. I'm back at my house. I'm gonna show y'all an update on my garden because some of you guys been following me since I was in my garden from last year. So it wouldn't be fair not to update you guys on what's going on with the garden. And this is a different video from what I did with the sunshine. So check out what I was doing this morning with the sunrise. But anyways, this is the second video of the day. I feel like a Marine, y'all, doing so much in the daytime because I woke up early. And I have so much energy today, y'all. I'm gonna turn this camera around. All right, guys. This is one of my trees. See, it lived through the freeze. I'm excited. It's I don't know what kind of tree it is really, but butterflies love it. That's all I know. They do whatever they do to make their little butterfly cocoons. And so I don't chop it down. I cut branches off of it because I be trying not to have it so much in my neighbor's yard. But yeah, I definitely am happy that it lived through the freeze. And this is one of the trees that one of my friends that helps plant trees for Beautify Galveston, she gave me this tree and I planted it. And it lived through the freeze also, y'all. These trees are hardier than I thought. This was also one of the trees that my son like chopped down almost. I had to tell him, look, I planted that tree down on purpose. Cut the branches off, but I mean, don't cut the tree down totally. But anyway, it looked like it's trying to come back. Has some little fresh blooms on it. Because guys, the more we plant trees, the better it is for us in this earth. They give us our oxygen. We must have them to survive. Now this tree planted itself. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it did live through the freeze. I'll find out what it is later. I have no idea what kind of tree it is. The little cactus plant looked like it died, but it will become nourishment for something else. Some of the trees I have here, I actually pull them up because they like just take over everything. It's actually a part of this tree, which I don't know the name of it, but I don't cut it totally down because same difference, oxygen it's giving us. This is my hibiscus in the front. I don't know if it lived or not. I'm gonna give it time to see if it does anything. If it doesn't do anything in the next month or so, I guess I'll have to cut them down. I do have some hibiscus that survived because I brought them inside. So give the others a chance. I don't know if anything is gonna plant in there. I planted some marigold seeds. And this is the front raised garden bed. I did plant some marigold seeds out here. I don't know what's gonna happen. And some perennials. I planted some perennials that butterflies like and birds like. But I have to give them a chance to grow. I just planted them maybe last week. And these right here, they're perennials, but I don't know if it's weeds or perennials that I planted last year. I have no idea, y'all. I just have to wait and see what kind of flowers grow from it. This tree here is one of the wild trees too. I keep it cut back, but you see it's growing, and that's fine. My rose bush is hardy, y'all. See, the rose bush is already green. In fact, y'all, I have roses. I didn't even know that. I'm excited, y'all. Roses. And my mother used to love the roses here, so I try to keep the roses going. This is not the ones that she planted, though. It's not. I actually planted these roses myself. Trying to see if I can get a little closer on this rose. And can y'all believe I standing on this flower bed my grandfather made so I could show y'all this rose. It is so pretty. Because a zoom lens can only do so much on a phone. So sometimes you have to try to get a better shot a different way. And I don't mind doing it when I can. So while I can, y'all, I am. There you go. Just right in front of my house. Updating y'all on my garden. And look, y'all, even another rose up here. You just never know about nature until you just take your time and observe. And that's even one over there. Yeah, I can't tell if y'all, oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just amazing to me how these flowers grow. And you don't even notice unless you just take the time out. Yeah, and I'm taking the time out right now because I was so motivated. And this is my tree here that looks like bluebonnets, but it was specially made for the Texas weather. It lived through the frost, y'all, from the snow anyway. It lived. It's not having any flowers yet, but it's definitely green. It has pretty purple flowers. And let me see. This is my Crepe Myrtle over here. My pecan tree, y'all. It didn't die. That's good. At least it didn't die. Here's the little buds. So my pecan tree lives, y'all. My Crepe Myrtle. It's just reaching for the sky, y'all. I can remember when it was just a little bitty tree. But it's not having flowers yet, but definitely has decent leaves. I try to get different views. Because when you plant it back, it's like, oh, it went too fast. Yeah, I think the light is better this way. Another rose before I go in the house, y'all. I'm telling you, nature everywhere in bloom. After the freeze, still alive. And y'all know this is a live recording, so y'all will hear noises in the background. Hopefully it's not too distracting. All right, y'all. View from another angle of this rose. Tell y'all it's always about perspective. Getting ready to go to the backyard in just a second. All right, guys, I'm in the backyard. My fig tree is growing so quickly. I was showing y'all an update maybe last week, and it was barely a few leaves on it. And now it's almost so full of leaves. It's just amazing how it recovered from the freeze. Yes, I'm telling you, got all kinds of leaves everywhere. And I know it started off showing me that it should be having some figs this year. There's 2 figs right there. So hopefully the figs actually are mature this year so I can have me some sweet figs. I sure hope so anyways, because I bought this tree at the nursery. It was just a little bitty baby tree. My arugula, it lived through the frost. All I did was take all the top parts off, and I left the roots, and it started growing again. I've already harvested a few of the leaves and ate them in a salad. And this is my onions. They actually lived through the freeze. I put them in the garage, and they're still there. I might have to harvest them, one of them, and make some stir-fry rice or something, and leave the bottom in there. I'll see how you're supposed to harvest it. I moved all my pot plants in one area because I think my steps was giving it too much heat. This is my chocolate mint. It lived, but I had them in the house with me. So even though it was really, really cold, they still survived by bringing them in the house. So I love my chocolate mint. It smells just like minty chocolate. My lemongrass survived. I did bring it inside during the freeze, but it's having some green back to it. My baby dwarf bananas, having sprouted up a baby. So yeah, it lived through the freeze. I just tore off some of the little yellow leaves, and they look like it's doing fine. This one I had to chop off because it didn't make it. But that's okay. It's still a healthy plant. This bamboo, I don't know if it made it or not, but I'll find out, because I don't know what that green is over there. I don't know if it's bamboo or not. I'll find out later if it declares itself. My hibiscus, it's fine. No flowers yet, but you can see the little buds here. Now this is my plum tree. I don't know what's up with it. I hope it makes it. I gave it some more water. I guess I'll put some black gold in the bottom of it. I do have some of that rich dirt, and I may put it in the ground this year, but I have to see if it live, if it's gonna make it. I'll add some dirt when I get off of this recording. Give it some good old black earth. This is my new fig tree, baby fig tree that I got last year. It lived through the frost. I couldn't bring it inside because it's not in it wasn't in a pot. So actually it's doing good. Doing real good. And my banana trees, the 2 here, they pretty much planted themselves from the neighbor's yard had a baby, y'all. They actually sprouted a baby. So I have a new banana tree growing. The new banana tree is growing. So yeah, the freeze did not kill my tropical banana trees. They're very hardy. Did not plant any of these. They just came in from the neighbor's yard. I don't even know if the neighbor has any banana trees anymore. Just looking, it looks like it's none there, but I've had several neighbors. It was the neighbor before the one that's here that I got the banana tree from. They kind of just went under the fence. The one next door is not really into flowers much or trees. She like chops and then replaces it with rocks. This is my rose bush. It's inside of one of those recyclable tires. And yes, it did live through the freeze, y'all. I'll be glad when it have some roses like the one in the front, but it will. Now I know these has to be my the marigolds. Yeah, should be the marigolds growing again. And look, y'all, my hardy chocolate mint. They were outside because they in the raised bed. They actually lived through the freeze. So they're my marigolds, my chocolate mint that so hardy that it survived. It survived the cold in this raised bed. I am blessed, y'all. This is my mint. Not mint, y'all. This is my herb. And it lived through the freeze. I didn't even cover them up with any plastic. I just figured if they made it, they made it. And they did. More marigolds. They're just sprouting up by themselves. Strawberry plants actually live through the freeze. Can't wait till they have strawberries, because when I bought them, they actually gave a few strawberries. So I had hardy plants, but it was my first year trying to grow plants that give you food. This is my boysenberries. I don't even remember them doing this last year. I don't. But there you go. My boysenberries have pretty flowers, y'all. I got them all here. They lived through the freeze. They did. Beautiful flowers. And that chocolate mint. I don't even know what these other plants are in here. They'll declare themselves soon enough. Close up on my boysenberry. I know y'all can hear the birds singing in the background. Boysenberry. My mint, not mint, I keep saying mint, herb bush. Chocolate mint. That lived through the snow with no plastic covering. And then the marigolds. Guys, this is my Okinawa sweet potatoes. They are growing. I had no idea